As someone who was publicly opposed to the bailouts that had happened under Dodd-Frank, I was not in Congress at the time, but I'm dealing with the echo effects of it yet today. I was very frustrated to see that and having to explain to colleagues, or I'm sorry, to constituents about why that had gone on. And I've had a chance to express to at least a couple of you personally that you cannot count on this congressman to ever allow that to happen again or to vote for a situation like that again. But part of the action here and what we are trying to do is to make sure that it never happens again on anybody's watch. But I do have one main line of questioning in this, and I'd like to have all of you answer very quickly. It can be yes or no or just briefly. Are you properly capitalized, properly sized, and stable so that you survive without hardworking taxpayer Americans' dollars having to be put back into the system and having the taxpayer on the hook? So, Mr. Corbett, are you properly sized, capitalized, and stable?
We are properly sized. We are scaled to serve our clients.
Okay, great. Mr. Diamond?
Yes.
Mr. Gorman?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes, we are.
Scharf?
Yes, we are.
All right, Mr. Solomon?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that there had been a lot of discussion about whether you were too big to manage and whether you really were stable and whether you were properly capitalized. And I think the numbers do speak for themselves on that. I want to quickly move to Brexit because this is of some real significance. We're 2 days away from a hard exit. London is the center of the derivatives market. There's nearly 2 billion contracts that were written there in 2018 alone. Hundreds of trillions of dollars that flow through there. The UK has been dominant in the space, and because of the regulatory regime imposed by the Bank of England and the Financial Conduct Authority, and in fact, every globally active financial firm maintains a presence in London. I assume you all do. Is anybody not? Everybody does? Okay. Chairman Giancarlo highlighted, he has a quote here that, quote, London is and will remain a global center for derivatives trading and clearing, end quote. And he also added that the package of measures will, quote, provide a bridge over Brexit through a durable regulatory framework upon which the thriving derivatives market between the UK and the United States may continue and endure. And so I'm very concerned about whether, regardless of whether the Brexit outcome is, whatever that is, are your institutions going to be needing to do more direct trading with continental banks through those regulated by the Bank of England, or how are you planning on having this happen? I'll take Mr. Corbett.
As I stated earlier, we have set up a vehicle now that encompasses our UK operation. We've separated our European operation from that.
Okay.
We have banks, we have brokerages in both jurisdictions, and at this point are able.
Are you going to have to be dealing more with the continental banks then directly?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. Anybody else care to weigh in on that? But you feel prepared, and I think Mr. Diamond or somebody earlier had said uncertainties, but we have put the planning in place. Correct? Is this actually an area that you need to be in? What are you doing for the world economy? Mr. Gorman, Mr. Diamond?
We need to be in Europe, absolutely. I mean, listen, we collectively finance the largest institutions in the world, predominant number of which are in the US, so we absolutely need to serve them globally.
All right, thank you. And I will be submitting some questions earlier, and I do want to say thank you, Mr. Diamond and Mr. Corbett, for your involvement in Detroit. Coming from Michigan, very important work that you've been doing.
The gentleman from Texas, Mr.